for someone that reached out to us. This is just for you, Rana Wakas. You had reached out to me in regards to doing an SEO audit and game plan for Expert Car Key Services in Mesa, Arizona. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get that started. If you have any SEO questions, just drop them below. I'm going to go ahead and share this video, the live, in our Facebook groups in our community. If you're not in our community, just reach out to me and I will get you in there as well. If you don't know me, my name is William Jones. I do SEO and marketing. Been doing it for over 20 years. I live and reside in the Philippines. And we run a white label SEO and marketing company. We also do virtual assistant services as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and we're going to do this audit. If you want me to do an audit for you, or you have a company that you want me to do an audit for, just reach out to me and I will gladly do that for you anytime whatsoever. Okay, let me get all this in here and then we'll be good to go. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing good. Blessed and highly favored over here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And I'm doing this live. This is not something I've done before. So when I pull stuff for any client, I'm pulling it live. It's not something that's pre-done. I don't know if he's going to rank. I don't know if he's not going to rank. So we'll find out. This is the guy right here, Rana Wakas. So the Expert Key Car Services. So I'm going to go over what I like and what I don't like about the site. We'll talk about SEO. We'll talk about conversion rate optimization, everything. So first things first, when I scroll immediately, so the most important things on your header, believe it or not, it's the menu, but excuse me, guys. The number one thing is your contact information. I want this click to call. So every time someone can click on it, click to call. I want that to always follow. The email, yeah, but most people are not going to email you when I have an emergency, like my car keys are locked in my car or something like that. I'm not going to email you and I'm not going to fill out a form. I'm going to call you. So we want this to always follow. This should be linked to your GMB and open up in a separate window, and it's not. So your location, if I click on it, should open up in a separate window. And personally, I would tie it to your GMB and not just the city and state, or the state like you do, city and state. Also, you have it tied to Phoenix instead of Mesa. If you're concentrating on Mesa, you need to have it in Mesa. I know Phoenix is the big city, and that's generally where most people want to rank. Now, as far as the conversion rate optimization, stuff like this, I personally want real legitimate photos of the actual company on the homepage and not these AI photos and fake photos or stock photos. I want legitimate photos that will build trust with clients that I'm trying to reach. The Expert Car Key Services in Mesa. So I'm going to assume, and we'll look at this further, that your GMB is probably in Mesa, but you probably want to rank in Phoenix as well. But as far as this is H1. And look at it. That is your H1. Should be your H1. And you don't have it as an H1. I don't know why, but we're going to look at this as well. So your description is missing, and your meta description is missing. You know, you have no description in your meta description. Meta description would be, for example, if I go Google, you know, the car, this is a meta description. This is a description. right? And your title is this, your description is this. And what you're actually missing, you're missing that meta description, okay? You're missing the author, you're missing the publisher. As far as your headers, you have, this is your H1, and then you go straight into H3s. You don't even do H2. You add an H2 way down here where it says get an estimate. So it's improperly, this is an H2, so it's improperly stacked. It should be H1, H2, H3, H4, etc. It's not really a major factor as far as rankings. As far as your images, you only have one image. It doesn't have an alt tag. 23 without title. Why would you want to add titles? You want to add titles because the titles on your images, when I click on any of these images and I want to know what the title is, you're not putting it. The only thing you're doing is like CKR locksmith -1 PNG. What's the actual title? What's the actual description? If I look at the actual title, you say it right here is CKR-locksmith-PNG, when you could have named it something along the lines of Locksmith, Mesa, Arizona. Right? We want to do that on every single page. We want to give it the proper description, proper city, service, everything. Now, let's go through the rest of it. Overall, I like the site. This goes to your service page. This goes to your call now page. Just click to call. That's good. Everything else is amazing. It looks great. Website looks great. Now, and one thing that you are doing right that a lot of people don't do is they will go car key replacement and then it'll say more info. And then that more info will link to the page. Whereas I like to actually put what you did, car key replacement, and then that keyword actually links to the page, which is great. And we'll look at your service pages in a little bit. Cost to get any service. Then you have a form down here. I love the fact that you have the form at the bottom because most people don't fill out forms. And if you're going to use them, put them towards the bottom. Testimonials. I actually would tell most people, and it's really hard to get them, but get video testimonials. Also, you're going to do testimonials, make sure they link to the actual GMB. So what I mean by that, so for example, if I go over here to Yavapi, and this client's been with me for years, and he ranks for thousands of keywords. If you go down to, for example, see if we have it, reviews, underneath his reviews, these are hyperlinks to
my experience with Yavapi,
GMB. Post it on Google, and you can use this with simply, you can use Trust Index, or you can actually link it to a GMB. And what happens is this enables people to write reviews and leave reviews on your website. So this is a plugin that you would want to use in my suggestion. Instead of this is just text, which doesn't help you get more reviews, doesn't help you build trust. Blog posts. Now on your blog, we'll look at your blogs and see what they're like. I do blogs a little bit different, and we'll talk about that. So for example, when we do a blog, most people like yourself will do a blog. This is great, but it's not long enough. My blogs are about 1,500 words or more. We then turn that blog into a video, embed the video on the blog. We then turn the blog into a podcast, tie it together, and then we do a press release and tie it together as well, and then drop it in a Google Advanced GStack. Now, your service pages, once again, and we will build out a sitemap for you, and I'll send that over to you, Rana. But this is not nowhere near enough services for car key replacement or car key services, properly siloing your content. Think of it this way. When you think of, salad, most people think of just, lettuce, tomato, onions, and some dressing and stuff like that. Google thinks of thousands of variations, thousands of brands, thousands of types, etc. We want to do the same thing with car key replacement or car key services. and we want to properly silo it, give it the proper pillars and everything, and then put proper depth so we can create topical sitemap and topical knowledge on the topic of car key services. Now what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and create a sitemap for you. And if you've watched me at all, which I know most of you have that are watching the channel, it's the same prompt. And if you don't have the prompt, I will give it to you. It's in the video, but if you message me, I'll give it to you as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. So you are going to be car key services, and you are in Mesa, Arizona. So the only thing we're changing out is this right here. And we're going to do Mesa, Arizona. And it is and that's it. This prompt literally tells you every single possible thing, such as the internal linking, the descriptions, etc. Now, I'm also going to go, for example, when I create 300 pages, it will break down to about 300 pages of the entire sitemap. If we actually do this the way I list it, it's 300 pages of services. So when we're done, and I'll send this over to you on Facebook, and I'll also send it over to you on Facebook. So let's go here, go back. And now we're going to expand it into a 300-page sitemap. The reason why we're doing that is it's not just, you're thinking when you go and create these services, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 services. That's enough, and that's nowhere near enough. So I'm giving you, for example, cluster 1, your main core services is 20 pages alone. Number 2 is vehicle brands. Okay, for example, Toyota car key replacement, Honda, Ford, Chevy, Nissan, every single brand. You can literally expand this structure for every brand. And I'm going to tell it to expand it. You know, you can do a FOB replacement page. That alone is another 40 to 80 pages. So I'm going to tell it to expand it to cover every single brand, the cluster location pages, the neighborhood pages. I'm going to do all the neighborhood pages. I'm going to do all the, you know, neighborhoods, all the cities. I'm going to tell it include all of it. Include. So all neighborhoods, all surrounding cities, all major vehicle brands. So you see all these brands, they will have all their own pages. 20, that is 50 something. I mean, so you're talking about huge. It's going to be massive. 410 something pages, right? And then I'm going to send this over to you, Raina. Out of courtesy of my heart, I'm going to send this over to you, and I hope you appreciate this and enjoy it. So you're talking about over 400 pages worth of just full-blown content. Total of 400 to 420 pages. You know, you want all the neighborhoods, you want all full entire, these are all the neighborhoods. You want all the core cities, Gilbert, Tempe, Scottsdale, Apache, Mesa, all that in that area, maybe in Phoenix. Your expanded brands, all your core services. Right? You want to include all of it. You want to do this, Toyota, Chevy, Nissan, every single one. We want to cover all of it. It's 410 pages. 410 pages. Is what you're going to create. Now, why would you do that? When you do that, I guarantee you, and what we do, it's not just 410 pages. It's 410 pages of good quality content. So, and I know a lot of people are like, well, I ain't got time to write 1,500. I mean, imagine 1,500 words of content per page at 420 pages is 630,000 words of content. And we charge for 1 million words of content, we charge almost $2,000. For 50K words, it's 500. So, I mean, we can do it. And if you wanted me to do it, just message me and I'll make you an offer on doing it. So now let's go back to the website. Now that we got that done, I've already sent it over to you, Rana. And then we still got to do the actual, you know, we're going to look at the pages and all that stuff. So on your pages, for example, emergency car key services, you don't have that much content. It's not nowhere near enough content. If I was to say about how much content, let's see. So tools, let's say a word count. You got, 1,300 words of content. So it's almost enough. It's almost enough, and that's including everything. The only thing is I want it to mainly be 1,500 words of content about that service. Emergency lockout, which you cover up to here. Most of all this stuff is about your other services and why I choose you and customer satisfaction. It's not about the main service. The main service, I want 1,500 words of content per each of these services and per each of those 400 and something pages. That gives you over 500,000 words of content. Now, if we go to contact us page, let's look. Yeah, this once again, if I click on the address, takes me away from your GMB and takes you to Australia, which is not in Mesa, Arizona. See that? Click on it, it takes you to Australia. So that's bad. Phone numbers, click to call. Emails, click to email. Always check these forms, make sure you're getting them, because if you don't have SMTP actually installed in them, you won't get the forms most of the time. All right, so now let's see, do you actually, car key Mesa, do you actually have a GMB and Car key Mesa. Car key Mesa. Do you actually have a GMB? Is there anywhere on here? Another thing you don't have on your website, you don't have any socials. Car key Mesa. Nothing. You don't have no socials or anything. So another thing you need to build out is your socials. And we build out socials as well. It's, you know, if you will, your social profile foundational links. It's $97 to do that. We do that here. It's under backlink services. So you don't have socials. I'm going to assume you don't have a GMB. So another thing you're going to need to get is a GMB. Car key Mesa. Car key Mesa. Now there's another way I can find out if this guy if you actually have a GMB. Let's say I'm doing this audit and I'm just trying to figure it out because he didn't send it to me. Generally when they don't, it's because they don't have one. But I put in the name plus the phone number, and yeah, he ain't got a GMB. Car key Mesa. This is your Facebook. And I believe it's your Facebook. Yep. Looks to be. Car key Mesa. 602-586. Yep. Yep. So this is you. Are you posting? No, you're not posting on a regular basis on Facebook either. So number one, you need a GMB. We actually make GMBs or Google My Business listings for $350. We actually do posting, social media management as well for people. You need that. You're not even posting. You haven't posted in over a year. The way you build a brand is by posting consistently. There's not just, for instance, when you look at Google and I go car key services in Mesa, for example, most people think of local. You Google ads right here. This is if there is an ad in here, it's called an LSA ad or Google 3-pack, and then organic, which is down in here. But really, there's more than just those algorithms. You have an image algorithm, you have shopping algorithm, right? You also have videos or long form video. We also have short form video. We got news, we got forums. All of these things are algorithms. And like I said earlier, when we do if you will, a blog or anything, we are actually putting that blog across multiple platforms. So let me show you what I mean. And I'm going to show you why we do it. So why do we do it? So what we do is we take you need your foundational social profiles. You need your voice or podcast profiles. You need video like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that. Foundational on page, which is the content and the sitemap, which I sent over to you. All right, you do all of that. And then besides that, we also then do an advanced GSAT cloud page. And then when we do a blog, we tie that blog to your social profiles, your video, and your voice, and then a press release. Why do we do that? So let me show you why we do that. Why do we do that is for this reason right here. So most people will think, well, I need to get into AI overviews. And I need to get into AI, and there's SEOs going, the way you do that is through AI SEO, which is a bunch of bullshit. There's no such thing as AI SEO. There's only SEO. Proper SEO will get you onto those platforms we discussed by linking everything together, not just doing a blog, but Doing that blog, and then what do you do with it? Doing the GMB post, and then what do you do with it? Doing the backlink, and then what do you do with it? Doing a press release, and then what do you do with it? Okay. When we do anything, we're putting it across multiple platforms like these, like Reddit and Wikipedia and YouTube and Google and Yelp and Facebook. These are all the various places that AI pulls from. Anytime you do a search and go, for example, let's just go into ChatGPT and go, you can do this to any perplexity, anything. It doesn't matter. And go, for example, who is William Jones SEO? And you're going to see ChatGPT pulls from a bunch of citations and a bunch of, if you will, all these different things. It will pull, and then we'll show you down here. It shows you the sources. Where is it pulling from? You can do that on any AI overview, any of it. And you see right here where it's pulling from. Same thing I showed you earlier is not something that you have to quote unquote do SEO for. It's, are you properly doing SEO to begin with? All right. So now let's go ahead. I can't run a ranking report, and I normally use Local Dominator to run a ranking report to show you what your rankings are because you have no local GMB. Now, what I can do for you is I'll go to SEMrush and I'll show you what keywords you're actually ranking for. That I can do for you. And let's go over to SEMrush, put in your website link. Okay, so in your AI overview in ChatGPT, you're not ranking for nothing. Your authority score on the website's at 2, which is pathetic. You have no traffic, no paid traffic. You have 170 backlinks. And what I generally do is I look for, what country they're coming from, etc. I mean, I can do all of that, but I can generally tell you, looking at this is SEO backlinks, which is crap. It's not worth anything. I would not even use them. So, I mean, overall, your website's got no traffic. It looks like a brand new website. You have no GMB. And I know it's on a brand new website, mainly because of the sheer fact your Facebook profile shows that you've been up at least since 2025. So, but those are the things I would do as far as on-page SEO. You need a GMB. You need your Google listing. If you need help getting a Google listing, reach out to me and I will get that over to you. As far as our SEO packages, number one, I'm not going to recommend any of them to you yet because you need to get your GMB or Google listing. The next thing you need to do is get your content. So I would get the 1 million words of content. If you don't want the 1 million, want 500,000, because that's thereabouts what you need to implement the sitemap, I can give you a deal and it won't be this amount of money. As far as our SEO packages and everything, you want to check them out, just go over to our website. Wolfforge Digital Agency. Go under SEO packages. We guarantee our rankings, and I have packages anywhere from $197 a month to almost $2,200 a month. So depends on your goals. Before ordering anything, I always tell everybody, just book a call with me and choose a calendar time to speak with me, and we'll go over and I can make a game plan and see if you're a good fit and I'm a good fit for you as well. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. If you are also based in Manila, I would love to meet up with you. I'm over at Mandaluyong at Power Talks on Fridays with MJ Lopez. If you ever want to check them out, go over to mjlopez.ph or go over to Power Talks and register for Power Talks. But if you have any more questions, drop them below. Reach out to me on Facebook. I will gladly help you. I do have a guy, Jason Guy. You wanted some sample websites that we have built, and I just dropped that over to you. So if you have any more questions, drop them below and I will answer them. And if you ever want me to do a GMB audit or an SEO audit on your website, just message me and I will send that over to you. Till next time, you guys be blessed and have an amazing day.